Apparently, people are online are already caught on to that whole thing. Wait a
Well,
minute, your life, your life was in danger. Isn't that a little much? Except for one thing, and we gotta go ahead and talk about it.
all right.
It's our week in WWE, but there's something big that happened. Some of it happened tonight, or yesterday, or tomorrow, whenever you're watching this. Yeah, that didn't make sense. So, CM Punk, Phil Brooks, the chick magnet, has been officially fired from AEW. Now, a little bit of a backstory here. I don't know when exactly it was, but apparently Jack Perry, Jungle Boy Jack Perry, during his feud with Hook, he wanted to use real glass, and I guess this was to make it more believable. And he was taking time off of this, so he thought this would be a good write off on TV. He gets it approved by management, aka Tony Khan, to use real glass, and CM Punk says no. This doesn't make sense, right? CM Punk says no. The boss says yes. It's like you going up to your boss, hey, can I take Monday off? Oh, yeah, we got the numbers. You can take Monday off. And then your colleague's like, no, you can't take Monday off. And then you actually listening to him. That's what this equivalent is. CM Punk is not management or anything, but he tells Perry no, and somehow that overruled everything. Him telling him no.
Well, from what I
So
understand, a lot of people told him no, not just Punk, but other veterans. And actually, from a report I heard, Tony even said no.
oh, see, yeah, the report I got is it was approved by management.
See, and that's the thing with this. Like, there's so many fucking conflicting reports and shit that everybody seems to have their own agenda when it comes to AEW and stories like this. That it's almost impossible to follow.
Yeah. But anyway, he wanted to do this glass spot. We can all agree on that. He wanted to do this glass spot for
Right.
whatever reason he didn't. So fast forward to All Out, and he has this pre-show match with Hook, and there's a spot where they have a car, and he gets slammed on the car, or he slams Hook on the car. He goes to the camera, brings the camera over to the car, knocks on the window, says "real glass, cry about it." Now this is what everybody would assume was taking a shot at CM Punk for telling them he couldn't use real glass, and they finished the match. Perry and
Well,
then
now
again
keep in
this.
mind that when he was slammed through the glass, he got cut pretty bad on both his back and his arm. And it was so bad that through the match, he was checking on his arm.
Yeah, maybe they were right, but he needed to prove a point. So he goes to the backstage, and then this is where there's an altercation between CM Punk and Jack Perry. Conflicting reports on what all happened. The one thing that seemed consistent is CM Punk choked Jack Perry.
Somebody
Uh,
threw a punch, and CM Punk choked out Perry. And that was pretty much the end of it.
yes. I don't know about choking him out. I mean, we
Or
did see what he did in the UFC.
he choked him. How about that?
Yeah. And even that, I mean, we saw his UFC career. I don't know about him choking people. So that was that. And Tony Khan, during the All Out post show, he addressed it. He said, something happened. We're looking into it. I'm not going to talk about it. Fast forward to tonight. They put the graphic out. CM Punk has been fired. Not even 30 minutes after that message, you got wrestling purists, or I don't know, Wrestle News, one of them. Not even 30 minutes after that, already had the graphic out. Is CM Punk going back to WWE? And my comment was, well, how long have you had that graphic ready?
Right.
And yeah, rumors are now swirling out of control. Oh, WWE for Survivor Series, they're going to be in Chicago. Thus, let the games begin. You got people already chopping up videos of Roman Reigns standing tall at the end of Survivor Series, CM Punk coming out to do the face off. Like, it's already spreading like wildfire, this CM Punk to WWE thing. Uh-huh.
Does CM Punk want to come to WWE to put over Roman Reigns?
I don't think he wants to do that. Does he even want to come back to WWE? Does he even want to come back to wrestling? Like, he came back to AEW.
I know
It
he
pretty
said that
much
if
tarnished his legacy.
he came back to WWE, that it would be a professional failure to him. But I don't know. Maybe with how everything went down with AEW, he might be motivated to put them out of fucking business, even though they seem to be motivated by themselves to do that.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, during the firing thing, there was also some reports that CM Punk had lunged or he was choking Tony Khan,
Okay.
talking about, I hate this place, I want to quit.
I heard that. I heard some monitors fell on Tony too, and whatever. Tony's a little bitch. Clearly is writing off the riches of his dad. He has no talent. He has no business acumen. He's going to wallow in mediocrity. He is the prime example of having money does not equate to success, because he's had multiple opportunities to not only pull ahead when Vince McMahon had his little sexual assault allegation shit, didn't take advantage of that. Instead, he ran his little preschool with the fucking Elite and Kenny Omega and fucking Orange Cassidy and all these other talentless fucks. AEW is that movie that spends $1 billion to just produce a fucking sci-fi film. There'll never be anything.
And on that note, do you think CM Punk should go back to WWE?
I think
I'm
he
not
should
gonna-
just stick it to AEW to put the Young Bucks out of business.
I mean, CM Punk versus Cody, that'd be something.
I think CM Punk has a lot left in the tank. Does WWE want to do anything with Punk? Or is Punk going to come back and basically feud with Kane?
Yeah, that's the question. I'm sure CM Punk would, protect his character if he's going back. Not that he is going back. Maybe WWE doesn't even want him.
That's true.
But I would find them hard pressed to look at the dollar signs that they could be making off of this
Right.
and pass that away. Oh, by the way, there's a pay-per-view tonight in Chicago, so that's going to be something to look out for. Tony Khan, he addressed the crowd there because they are still in Chicago, and he said some bullshit about this was the first time he was fearful for his life. His life?
But being in Chicago?
No. This is Phil Brooks working there, CM Punk.
Oh.
Because, the whole CM Punk attacked him thing. This is the first time he had feared for his life.
Tony's fearing for his life because of CM Punk?
Yeah, because when he got attacked by Punk.
Because the monitor fell on him?
Yeah, he was afraid for his life.
Yeah, he's a pussy.
Like what are we talking about here? But yeah, that's the latest on AEW. RIP them being a competitor. Good luck selling out all out next year. Apparently people are online are already caught on to that whole thing. Wait a minute, your life was in danger? Isn't that a little much?
Yeah, I heard Punk was yelling at him and he got into his face, and then they stopped talking because I could see Tony being just afraid to talk to anybody that raises their voice slightly to him.
Yeah, you can't talk to me like that. But
yeah,
I will give him his props. He finally made a big boy decision.
he made the wrong one.
If it's the right or wrong one, that is remains to be seen. I mean, this thing is so split 50-50s. You got the people like WrestleOps or whoever the hell I said 10 minutes after the firing. Oh, hey, CM Punk's going back to WWE, or should he come back? I was just waiting. Made that graphic 10 days ago.
All you need to know is
made
that
graphic after All Out and just waited.
Tony Khan fired somebody that makes him money. That's, I think, one of his number one merchandise seller.
Number one merchandise seller. He got the third show, Collision.
Yeah,
based off of having CM Punk.
So he fired him
on streaming deals
for Jungle Jack Perry.
Yes.
So if
you want to turn that, CM Punk got fired over Jungle Jack Perry using glass. CM Punk, very top of the card, went all the way down there to the pre-show, concerned over someone using real glass.
Well, he was concerned he was concerned over Jungle Jack Perry using real glass on his show, because Collision is his show. And after multiple people, veterans, people that have done it before, have said, no, real glass is fucking stupid, especially for this nothing match that nobody will ever remember. And he does it on All Out, and guess what? Nobody is going to remember it. They're going to remember that Jack Perry was choked out by CM Punk. Regardless of whether or not he was really choked out or not, That's the story.
Wait a minute, but you're making my point. He did the stunt on the pre-show. No one's gonna remember it, but Punk decided that that was the hill he was gonna die on and get fired for.
No, what happened was that Jungle Jack Perry, for whatever reason, was allowed that close to CM Punk. CM Punk, not being a bitch, asked Perry if he had a problem with him, and that's when they got into it.
They're coworkers. He's not management. I go back to that.
If he's not management, that's not the point. You were called out on national television.
Well, I'm just saying,
on a pay-per-view, on the biggest pay-per-view. If one of your coworkers talks shit about you on TV, you're going to say, hey, is there an issue? And regardless, there's multiple people that told Perry not to fucking do the glass. It wasn't just Punk.
He grabbed him by the throat because he didn't listen to how ridiculous is this story.
There's more to it.
Listen to me, I'm gonna choke the shit out of you. Never mind. I'm not gonna go there, but yeah.
But apparently Perry has like a fucking attitude and he throws tantrums.
Well, he wins.
Punk just seems to be the only one that wants to stand up for himself.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, why are we worrying about what the low level jobber is doing that much?
He wasn't worried about it. What happened was he was going to do something stupid. Punk, being the wise veteran, was one of the many people that told Perry not to fucking do something stupid. And then Perry did the stupid thing. By the way, got cut up for it. Let's not gloss over that. He was cut up pretty fucking badly for doing the thing that multiple people told him not to do. And then he specifically addresses Punk on television.
He didn't and then he runs into Punk's name.
And then he still addressed him. Come on. And then he goes to the back where Punk is specifically, and Punk, not being a bitch, asked him if he has a problem. And then that's when it took off. Now, who's right and wrong as far as what led up to the choking, I can't say. I don't blame Punk one bit for addressing it.
He addressed it.
Yeah, taking it to the level of choking and who threw the first punch and all that stuff, I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta listen to people, regardless of whether or not you like it. And if somebody tells you something that you don't want to hear, then you don't fucking throw a tantrum about it. And you certainly don't call out somebody that punched 3 people the last time he was publicly called out.
Oh yeah, there was that too. He got suspended for that, but there is also that incident. So, it's not his first incident.
He said some shit and the Young Bucks came and broke into his locker room. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not his first rodeo of fighting.
So what this all boils down to is Tony doesn't have the nuts to tell people to fucking stop acting like children. Because keep in mind, Eddie Kingston got into it with Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara got into it with Charlotte's husband.
Andrade.
Yeah. It's not just Punk. There's been other backstage incidents where people have gotten physically injured or assaulted or whatever.
Well, you got to remember, we're in there with real men. Like, this is a testosterone-driven industry.
I don't know. Like, I've seen the roster.
I mean, there's Miro. You want to catch him in the alley?
Somebody that fucks Lana every night and still has the audacity to bitch about anything. Yeah.